Yo, YouTube doobie, what's going on? It's Bo Mikey. And today I thought I'd talk a little bit about ghost hunting apps on your phone. Whether it be iPhone, Samsung, Galaxy, I don't know, whatever. I got iPhone, but I'm not a hater by any means. I don't care what phone you have. To each their own. If you like iPhone versus Samsung, yay, good for you. I could care less. But I'm just wanting to talk about the ghost hunting apps that are out there. I've tried a lot of them, and I gotta say, man, I am not seeing any results whatsoever at all. So, unless you guys know of a really kick ass app, let me know. I can name off a few of them, but it's not very fair to the people that make them, so I'm not going to do that. But I've tried a lot of them, and I've had people tell me in the past that they feel like this house that I live in is possessed. And I'm like, okay, well, did you hear something? Did you see something move? Because I sure hell, I haven't seen anything. My wife has told me that when I've been at work, she's heard footsteps upstairs. That's where my man cave is. And she's home alone. So I'm like, okay, well, did you go upstairs? Was there anybody up there? She's like, hell no. Like, okay, well, that's understandable. But, so with that, I decided to download some of these apps. And keep this in mind, I'm a big fan of, not really the Ghost Hunter show or Ghost Adventures. I don't even know what their names are, but I'm a big fan of Live Sci-Fi on YouTube, Tim, because he does it live streaming, and he goes to these haunted places and he does it live. And he has an actual recorder that's voice activated. So you have to speak into it, or somebody or something has to speak into it for it to work. And if he speaks and he pauses, those pauses are cut out. So he'll say, is anybody here? Pause. What's your name? How long have you been here? Blah, blah, blah. Now, if nothing comes through, then it'll sound something like this when he plays it back. It'll be like, is there anybody here? What's your name? How long have you been here? But I've watched a lot of his live streams, and bro, that recorder, I would love to get my hand on that recorder, but it's expensive. It's I think $900 or something like that. But wow, I've heard some eerie shit on his live streams and seen some eerie shit too. One thing that I saw, and now I don't condone, you guys go out and do all this shit, but one thing that I saw is he was at a haunted cemetery. I don't remember now which one, but he was with somebody else, this other gal, and Tim, he's a big user of the Ouija board, and I don't condone that you guys go out and buy one, because bad things will happen probably. But so he's out in this fucking cemetery, a haunted cemetery apparently, with a fucking Ouija board and his voice activated recorder. What else could go wrong, right? So he has this other lady with him, and she's really hesitant about doing this. And if I find it, I'll link the video in the description, or I'll make it a card or whatever, so you guys can check it out, because it's spooky. So they sit down in this cemetery. They have some chairs, I don't remember, lawn chairs or something. They sit down, like elbow to elbow. They got the board on them, and he puts the recorder on the board, and it's kind of over by the yes. And so, of course, he's like, is there anybody here that wishes to speak with us? And eventually it starts moving, the planchette. And the woman is freaking out. She's like, okay, all right, I don't like this. And it's going over to yes. Now, the recorder is right next to the yes. And so she takes her hand off the planchette, if I remember right. She takes her hand off the planchette and moves the recorder just a tad bit because it's about ready to fall off the board. And it goes to yes. And so Tim and her bring the planchette back. And I shit you not, that recorder moves on its own. Not like a lot, just like a quarter of an inch or something like that, but it moved. So what freaked me out was I was watching the recorder the whole time. I don't know why, but I was watching it. And when it moved, I was like, what? What the fuck? I saw them set it down. This isn't something that somebody could just like blow and make it move. And they didn't move their leg a little bit to make it move. That fucking recorder moved on its own, man. And some people could say, hey, it's fake, they used a string or something, but I highly doubt it, man, because it was in his hand the whole time. So yeah, I don't know. And also that recorder that he uses, bro, if you guys are into like paranormal stuff, check out some of his streams, man. Like especially the Sally House. Man, just some crazy recordings that he's gotten. Like I said, it's voice activated, so he'll say something and something will come through and it's just bizarre, man. And yeah. Sometimes he does the Ouija board by himself. Sometimes he does it with some friends. One time he was doing it at the Sally House. And he had like some, what the hell did he have on? Yeah, it was a ping pong ball. I think they split it in half and they put that over his eyes. They duct taped it over his eyes. And then they put like a gas mask on, like a industrial gas mask on over his mouth. And then put headphones on his ears and made him listen to like static noise. That image alone is enough for a crazy ass horror film. Again, if I remember, I'll link that video too. Because, yeah, that was a bizarre stream. Bizarre. They were doing the Ouija board again. Now, so all his senses are cut off. Like, he can't smell, he can't see, he can't hear. And he's doing the Ouija board with a buddy of his. And at one point, he looks right at the other guy. I can't remember now what the question was, but, are we communicating with Tim? Or are we communicating with something else or something like that? I don't remember. But Tim just started shaking his head yes. And he like sat up and looked directly at the guy. Which is, like, right now I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Because it was so freaky. It was just like, now this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what horror flicks need to do, man. Fuck the jump scares, man. Make this shit creepy. That's what I like. But I just want you guys to know that I've tried some of the apparent ghost hunting apps for your phone, and yeah, you know, I provoked. Maybe I gotta go to a cemetery. I don't know. The Sally house is actually not too far from me, as well as the Velisca house. So who knows? If someday maybe I have a chance to go down there to either one of them, maybe I'll buy one of those recorders and live stream like he does. That'd be cool. As long as whatever is there stays there and doesn't come home with me. I don't think I have the balls to bust out an Ouija board and start playing at the Sally house with it. But, you know, if I had one of those recorders, I would definitely use it for sure. Somebody asked him, again, the channel is Live Sci-Fi. Somebody asked him on a Q&A one time, is it safe to use the Ouija board? And he had the best answer. Like, he said something along the lines like, yes, it is safe, but no, it's not. Anything that can provoke, whether it be a Ouija board, a recorder, you know, doing Charlie with the pencils, you know, that stuff is considered a way of communication, I guess. So whether you believe in it or not, I don't know. You know, I enjoy watching his streams and other people's streams as well. But I like his in particular the most because it's live. And if something's going to happen live, I'd like to see it happen live. You know, it'd be really easy to fake shit nowadays. Very easy. So, yeah, go check him out. Send him a tweet on Twitter if you're on Twitter, or if you're on YouTube, check him out. Tell him Humanumikey sent you. And, yeah, just check the shit out. But as far as the apps, if you guys are looking to get a paranormal app, don't. And also, I wouldn't recommend getting on a Ouija board. No. That would just be a bad idea. Especially if you think your house or apartment or wherever you're living is haunted. Yeah, just don't do it. We'll leave it to Tim to do it, because he's a crazy fuck. Alright, so I've jibber jabber long enough. So you guys know what to do, man. Stay derpy, stay sexy, stay safe. And most importantly, rock the fuck on, bitches. Like and share the video. Oh yeah. Subscribe. Oh yeah. And smack a booty. Alright, peace.